Hello, Xin chào
Hi,
Vietnam.
xin chào,
Welcome,
hello everyone.
welcome to another episode of our Miss International Live. I'm sorry, I just said Missology. But anyway, thank you guys, Missology, for always sharing our live video. I really appreciate your
Oh,
help to us.
so nice.
So for our MI Live right now, we have the very beautiful Miss International Vietnam 2021. She's none other than the first runner-up of Miss Vietnam 2020, Phạm Ngọc Phương Anh.
Hello everyone, nice to meet you all. I'm so excited for a 2-day live stream.
Yes, so again, Xin chào, and thank you so much. I know that we have so many fans who have already left their message a while ago, and they are very excited to actually join in our conversation today.
Oh, thank you all for your support.
By the way, Anne, I will call her Anne from now on. By the way, Anne here is actually trilingual, if I'm not mistaken. You can speak 3 languages fluently.
Yes, I can speak English, French, and Vietnamese, of course, and I'm trying to learn some Japanese as well.
Oh, that will make it 4 languages.
Well, Japanese is not yet, but I hope that I will be able to have a conversation when I join Miss International. That would be my plan for this year.
Eventually, I think you have a grasp for the language, and it would probably be easier for you to learn and adopt a new language because your brain is already programmed to to learn some languages.
I really hope so too. I don't know
So,
why, but when I was a child, it was kind of easy for me to pick up some vocabulary when I watch American television shows. So I think that's something very lucky for me because I get to learn languages much faster and much more easier than other subjects for me.
well, some people are just simply gifted when it comes to languages. It's probably genetics, or it's just really a pure gift, and you have that gift. But by the way,
So
if I may ask, I just want to ask, which one are you more fluent? Are you more fluent with English or French?
I will say that I'm more fluent with English because I grow up with American culture and I really love British music. So that's how I am more fluent and more at ease with English. But French is the language that I study in school, so I am more, how say, I have a better grammatical foundation with French, but I'm not really good at speaking French. I tend to get very shy when I speak with the French people, and also they speak very fast. So it's very hard for me to listen to what they are saying. But in general, all the French people that I meet here are very nice, and they always speak very slowly, and they always try to talk with me in French so that I can practice my French more.
Well, that's really good because we always have one group of French delegates, yeah, French-speaking delegates. Every year, we have like at least 7 or around 8 delegates who belong into the French group. So maybe you could try practicing your French when you are already
Yeah,
here. But
that would be awesome.
Since English is your not first language, English is where you are more fluent. So most likely you will be pulled into the English speaking group.
I think so too.
Well, anyway, look, by the way, Anne here is not just a beauty queen. As a matter of fact, she's also the valedictorian of the bilingual system at the Li Hong Fong Specialized High School with an enrollment of near perfect score of 49 out of
Oh
50.
yeah, it's
How
such
is that?
a lot for me.
So,
I don't know,
well,
yes?
I know that Vietnamese people are really very serious with education. Are your
Exactly.
parents really very strict, or are they really impose to you the value of education, or it's just really a cultural thing?
There are two things I would like to talk about. The first thing is that I'm very lucky to have been born in a family that focuses on education, and my parents are fully supportive of my study. So it's a fortune for me. So I can study whatever I want, and I can develop my studies, my academic path. And thanks to that, I got enrolled into Le Hong High School for the Gift, as you just mentioned. And I also got admitted to RMIT University, which is one of the top prestigious universities in Vietnam. So thanks to the education that I am lucky to have, I feel like I have and I feel like I'm becoming more refined, and I have grow up the way that I wanted to be. And at the same time, in my family, I have one bigger sister, and I have one older sister and one older brother. So
Mhm.
I'm the last child, and my
You-
mother does not put pressures on me at all. Like, because I have my brother and my sister, and she was like, "Yeah, you can just do whatever I want." And so I feel like that helps me to expand my potential to do whatever I want, and I do not have any pressures on me. And I think that enables me to pursue my goals without any pressures at all. So I'm very lucky for having these two qualities in my life.
Actually, I could relate to that because I am the eldest among six kids, and it's
Oh,
funny because
that's nice.
to the eldest children, to me and to my sister who came next to me, my parents were very particular with our studies or with our school. They were not really strict or something, but as the my siblings are getting younger, they're just more relaxed. they're
I understand.
they're just like,
Uh,
okay, whatever.
I just feel like, yeah, just chill all the time. It kind of gives me a more relaxed and a more calmer environment for me to develop myself, and I really appreciate for all of that.
But it had played a very good it became an advantage for you because it's more flexible, it's you're more relaxed, and at least you have
Yeah,
also achieved something and you have proven something when it comes to your education. Come on,
yeah.
valedictorian and getting a scholarship grant in armit, which is, I know it is a very prestigious university there.
Oh, yeah. It's such a luck for me, and I am very grateful for all of these opportunities.
Just want to know, what did you major, what did you study in armit, or what are you studying if you're still currently studying?
My major is business information systems, so it's
Mhm.
like a bridge between IT and business.
Oh, so
Um,
there's a lot of mathematics there.
yes, and a lot of coding there as well.
A lot of
I have learned
coding.
a lot about coding, about data, about data analysis, and I love all of that. When I was in high school, I feel like I'm more interested in numerical subjects. So I
Mhm.
like math, I like physics, not so much with chemistry, but it's all right. And I also realized that in nowadays society, it's very important for us to know about technology, because our everyday life we use a lot of technology tools, and so if we want to to have a more stable career path, or to have to go forward in life, then I think it's necessary to understand about technology. So that's why I have chosen this major, which helps me to understand about technology and business at the same time.
And I'm pretty sure that you'll be able to put it into use because Vietnam's economy right now is one of the fastest growing economies in the world, and Japan
Yeah,
has a very where I am right now. Japan has a very solid relationship with Vietnam, and the trade and the manpower exchange between Japan and Vietnam is just
yes.
zooming up as time passes by. So I guess that will be put into use in the near future. Now,
Also,
one thing that I'm actually very curious, because you are obviously you are an academic achiever, but why join in beauty pageant? What made you join beauty pageant? For example, in 2015, you tried to join Miss Audai, and you were crowned as Miss Audai 2015, and you were around 17 years old.
yes.
Share to us the reason behind joining pageantry.
I have to admit that the decision of joining a beauty pageant contest is something very, it's a surprise for me. And actually, my plan last year in 2020 was to graduate from university, and then to probably to pursue higher education, probably abroad. Um, but because of COVID, so my university has delayed my graduation until next month, actually. And I was unable to travel abroad or to study abroad. So with all the free time that I have, I kind of wanted to experience something new. I want to have new experiences, new to discover more about myself, and that's how I signed up for Miss Vietnam 2020. And one thing led to the other. I'm now the first runner-up of Miss Vietnam, and I am very honored to represent Vietnam for Miss International this year.
Well, that is pretty interesting because not the COVID-19 situation had actually become a blessing for you because somehow
Yeah,
it
exactly.
to this pageant and it brought you
I'm
to
very,
us.
yeah. I'm very grateful for 2020 and in a way, COVID has opened so many new doors for me. So many new possibilities have been given to me, and I am very very grateful for it.
Yeah, I know that it's really sad sometimes that there are many people who had to be who died because of COVID and had to suffer as well. But
Right.
we cannot just live our life focusing on the negative effects of a disaster or a medical disaster, for example. There are also things that happen, and we could actually turn this negative event into something positive. And in your case, it has actually led you into joining Miss Vietnam and. A lot of people are very critical about beauty pageants, but beauty pageant has actually given you an opportunity to serve other people. Can you please tell us the things so far that you have done as Miss Vietnam first runner-up or the Miss International Vietnam 2021?
Yeah, being the first runner-up of Miss Vietnam and being the representative of Vietnam for Miss International is one of the best things that has ever happened to my life, and I am very grateful for all of this. And it has also given me a voice, an influence in order to make a positive impact in the society. And that will be my mission during my reign and something that I will work towards on to create positive impacts and influence in the society.
So if you were to introduce Vietnam to your fellow delegates in Miss International or to anyone online right now, for example, to the people who are watching here, what's the first thing you will tell about Vietnam?
Mm. The first thing that I will tell about Vietnam is probably the landscape, nature, and the beauty of the country. I would say that I have a passion for traveling, and I'm very lucky to have traveled to a great deal of countries. But whenever I go abroad, I will always see more beauty in Vietnam. Is the opposite? No, I mean like the more I see the beauty of the world, the more I see the beauty in Vietnam. And I feel like in Vietnam there are so many things for you to discover in terms of nature, of landscape, and for so many things for you to try in terms of adventure. You can go hiking, you can go scuba diving, and you can also visit the caves in Vietnam. And there are so many beautiful caves, many beautiful beaches for you to discover here. And I would love to introduce Vietnam to all of my fellows, all of my peers from all around the world, and to show how beautiful the country is to everyone.
Well, that is actually very true, and I can vouch to that because I've been to Vietnam twice, and it is really very fascinating country. Very young
Yeah,
population, so to speak, because I can
yeah,
see a lot of younger generation, and it is really very vibrant. The atmosphere is very different, and I wish I had the opportunity to actually travel more in the countryside because they say
yeah,
that our countryside are even more beautiful. Mostly, but
yes,
still,
exactly.
I can actually really vouch and tell everyone that they should visit your country because it's one of my favorite countries in the world.
Oh, that's so sweet. We hope you come back soon, Stephen.
I hope so. Yeah.
Come here.
Vietnam is just around there. My home
Yeah.
country is the Philippines. It's just
Oh,
one plane ride away, so I could always go again and visit Vietnam. And I have so
yeah.
many friends there. You guys are really very friendly.
Oh, so sweet, Stephen. We really miss you here.
I always tell my friends actually, like if there was no COVID-19, I think more friends of mine probably had spent their Christmas or New Year vacation in Vietnam because I always recommend them to go to Vietnam. I tell them go to Vietnam before it becomes expensive because because more and more people are
True.
visiting
But you
Vietnam.
get information here.
Right
It's
now
true.
it's still very cheap to travel. During that time, it was still very cheap to travel to Vietnam, and you could just go, with just $20. You can really
Yeah.
eat a lot, but I was afraid that maybe one day it will become expensive to travel there. So go to Vietnam while it's still cheap.
Yeah. I think that's one of the great things about traveling in Vietnam is that you can travel with a low budget or
Mm.
with whatever budget that you have, and you will always see the beauty of Vietnam here through discovering. And I really
Okay,
like it.
now that you have introduced to us Vietnam, and probably a lot of people would love to visit your country after we have shared beautiful things about your country. Now let's go now to your preparation for the Miss International Beauty Pageant, because you were just recently appointed as Miss International Vietnam. So it wasn't very clear yet which pageant you would be joining after you became first runner-up. But now that you are officially Miss International Vietnam, aside from learning Japanese, what are the other preparations that you're doing?
This is such a good question. Well, like I have said before, being the first runner of Miss Vietnam and also Miss International Vietnam is one of my honors. And thanks to the title, I have now a new voice and a possibility to make an impact in the society. So during this year and also the next year, I would love to focus my energy, my time, and my dedication to help the lives who are in need of it in order to create a better society for everyone within Vietnam. And especially, I would like to focus on education because more than anyone else, I understand the benefits of education. I know how it can help us in our life, how it can help us advance in our career and have better conditions in life. And thanks to the title now, I have met so many people who do not have the access to it. And I want to use my power, my voice, to help these people, especially the children, to have better access to education. Then that would be my goal, my mission, and something that I would like to bring to Miss International as well.
Mm, great. So actually, there is this one question here, one very interesting question, and probably I should share it.
Yes,
Relate in relation to that thing that you said. Well,
yes.
Bui Guen Phung Lin. My question is, how is Phung An's national costume to Miss International prepared? Because you have the pressure right now. Last time you won the best national costume.
This is an interesting question, huh? I
But
would say that
you don't need to tell the details. Just a bird's eye view.
I would say that preparing national costume is one of the I would say it's one of the parts that I love the most about joining Miss International because thanks to this costume, I get to introduce one of the beauties of Vietnam, of Vietnamese woman, to the world, and I will love to, and I will focus my best, and I will try my best to bring the most suitable, most beautiful national costume to represent Vietnam. But about the details and about the shape, I think I will keep it as a secret for now, and I will announce it when the time is come. I
Yeah,
hope you guys will tune for it.
that's the thing. A lot of people are really very interested to know about it because Tung San was the winner of best national
Yeah.
costume last year.
Her costume is so wonderful and so beautiful, and I love it so much.
Yeah, that's why I always tell the other national directors about this. It doesn't have to be so big. It doesn't have to be so dramatic. You just have to be very representative of the culture that you are representing. So
Yes.
that was the kind of costume that we always choose as best national costume. Here's
Thanks for
another
the
here's another comment. Gia Yu, Phung An is truly a friendly and lovely contestant from Vietnam. Always follow and support this girl at the upcoming Miss International. Thank you so much. They have
so much. This is one of the things that I love the most about being Miss International Vietnam is that I get to be supported from everyone and from my family, my friends, and from the beauty fans. And this gives me a great motivation for me to move forward and for me to perform my best during the competition as well. So once again, thank you for all of your support and love, and I will try my best. Thank you so much.
there's one who is actually requesting you to Can you please show everyone your French?
This is okay. I will introduce myself in French if that's all right.
That's cool.
Bonjour tout le monde, je m'appelle Phương j'ai 22 ans et je suis première dauphine de la compétition Miss Vietnam 2020 et je suis fière de représenter le Vietnam pour la compétition Miss International cette année.
Wow, merci. That's all I can say. Okay, what about a little bit of Japanese that you have already learned?
Well, I just started to learn Japanese and I'm not really good at it. Not good at all, but I will try my best.
I'll teach you one. Just say konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Oh, you're good. See?
Okay, I will try. Hajimemashite. Watashi wa an tomashimasu. Kotoshi wa 22 歳です。ベトナムからました。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
Oh, どうぞよろしくお願いします。Very good.
I just started to learn. I hope it gets better. I hope it gets better.
It will get better. Trust me, Anne. You know the line "Dozo yoroshiku onegai itashimasu." It took me 3 months to actually memorize that. When I first came here, you got it right. You got it perfectly right. Now, I think we should go to our last question because I think we're running out of time. Oh God, we have so many questions, and I'll just probably choose one really interesting one here. Here it is. What are the most important things you learned from your life and how you apply it during the time at Miss International?
I think this is a very interesting question, and it's also a question that I often ask myself. What's the most important thing that I learned in my life? I would say that stay true to yourself. It's a lesson, it's an advice that my mother has always given to me when I was a child. To be true to yourself, to do what you love, and to follow your passion. But the thing is, how do you know what's true to yourself or not, right?
That's true.
I do not the answer to that question, but I know how to get the answer, which is to experiment, to try a variety of things, and then to see what suits you or what does not suit you, and then you follow on that direction, and then develop yourself and become the better version of yourself. Because life's a series of experiments, so you have to try a variety of things in order to know who you are, what you like, what you can do, and then do what feels right to you. So that would be the most important thing that I learned in the past 22 years, and it's also something that I will apply when I join Miss International, to try a lot of things, be true to myself.
I actually agree with you, and it's very wise, for someone who is 22 years old, almost half my age. You are you are very wise, and that is actually, I'm turning 42 this year. So anyway, guys, you have heard from Anne, a very wise young woman here, and yes, there is basically nothing that you could do aside from trying and then experiment. Life is a series of trial and errors, and whatever you experience, you always learn from things that you think that you would consider as a mistake. And I think that's one character of the Vietnamese people, their resilience and their ability to turn something negative to positive is one of the characteristics of a Vietnamese people that I truly admire. And I have met a lot of Vietnamese people who have been a living proof of that one. So thank you so much, Anne, for your time.
Thank you, Stephen, and thank you everyone for joining this live stream. And I hope to see you soon, Stephen, in Japan. And I hope to meet everyone once again.
Yes, thank you again. Thank you. Please keep on following our social media accounts, our Instagram, our Twitter, our Facebook, and our YouTube channel. Keep on subscribing. And of course, follow our Miss International Vietnam 2021, Phạm Ngọc Phương Anh, or Anne for short. And see you in Japan, Anne.
See you soon. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Xin Chào Vietnam.